So up next, we have Brother RIZZA Islam joining us. Now, Brother RIZZA Islam, he is a social justice activist and speaker. He is a dynamic leader noted for his passion in addressing issues of concern to the community. Brother RIZZA Islam has devoted his life to educating, uplifting, and motivating through valuable solutions to those across this country and throughout the world. Brother RIZZA, he speaks passionately and intellectually around the globe on issues ranging from education of the psychiatric drugging and electroshocking of those within our society, substance abuse, the toxicity of vaccines according to the CDC's own studies, human and sex traffic slavery, and many other areas of human rights and abuses throughout this country and the world. Brother RIZZA Islam, welcome to the stage.
Peace, family. How's everybody doing?
Doing awesome. Listen, I got a chance to speak with you earlier this week. You dropped knowledge. Instagram was trying to shadow ban you and block your connection. But we are here today. Right. Yes, so I want to give you the floor and allow you to do your thing.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'm honored to be on. I thank my brother for putting this on, and yourself, sister, for being a part, and everyone else who has spoken, who has given their not only insight, but their experience, because I know a lot of people who are going to be tuning into this are going to really understand. Some of them are going to go back because, we have a lot of people who have been through this. A lot of people, because the majority of where it's happening really happens to be the United States. So I just thank all of you for putting this on or being a part of it, sharing your experience. It's going to help to empower and educate a lot of people, and God willing, it will prevent a lot of future circumstances from happening with a lot of young women and young men and children as well. So thank you for putting this on and for being a part of this. That's the first thing I'll say. It is 2021. All right. And the sad part is a lot of people really don't understand how evil this world truly is because everyone, at times wants to look at nothing but the positive side of things, which I do understand. But if you only look at the positive, you are looking through an unbalanced lens. It's not real. And when we are not preparing our children for what the heck is truly happening on this planet, we are dooming them to a negative outcome or circumstance. And I know you were talking about specifically how women are groomed, and then you went into the DM type of circumstance, which we're going to get into that as well. I'm going to go ahead and just delve into that in a moment. But I want everyone to understand that when we're talking about organ trafficking and sex trafficking, point number one is they go hand in hand. It depends on how old the person is. It depends on what location they are taken from, either kidnapped from or groomed, meaning where they are being interested in, where they are being pursued, where they are being chased, as if the person is promising them a relationship, promising them love, promising them affection, promising. It's always a promise. It's an endearing way of talking to a person, making them feel comfortable, making them feel loved, making them feel important. Grooming is a very, very, very dangerous process. Grooming takes place at home with some of our uncles and aunties. Grooming takes place at school with some teachers and teachers' assistants. Grooming takes place all over the world in areas that you may not even realize. It happens all the time, every day. The problem is that some of our people don't want to pay attention to it because we really don't see the signs because of how everything has become so modernized and regular. So, for example, when you're dealing with this sex trafficking, for example, you're talking about roughly 50,000 children, right, who come through the United States every year. This is every year, in addition to everything else that's already going on. So roughly 50,000 children are being trafficked through the United States. Now, you have some that come from Mexico, you have some that come from the Philippines, you have some that come from other countries. But inside of the United States in particularly, roughly 50,000 are trafficked through here. You have some that are snatched, a large percentage, as we mentioned before on live when we were discussing promoting this, you have a large percentage from foster care that come in. You have some that are the young youth or the emancipated youth, those who become an adult before the age of 18, whether if it was by their choice or if it was because they were kicked out and they had no choice but to become an adult at an early age. So they become easy targets. Foster care, those who are runaways, those who are juveniles that they say, who become, under the tutelage of the justice system. So they're in and out of juvenile hall, etc. These are easy targets. People know who they are. There are people that work in the Justice Department who are pedophiles. All right, now this is going to be a real conversation. So I want to make it very clear. I'm going to do my best to keep it balanced so that it's not just so rough, but this is it's a rough topic, so we have to do our best to really deal with this. The trafficking at home. Now, this is going to be a very sobering part here, meaning people are going to have to confront and look at things that they have ignored. When you see your niece or your nephew, because it's not just young girls who are trafficked, it's never really just been young girls. If you see your niece or your nephew being approached by their uncle or auntie, because I know this is something that a lot of our people have been through, you need to stop that ASAP. Call it out. Stop bringing the child around in that area. Do something to prevent certain things. Your little cousin, your niece, your nephew, if you see someone's daughter, if you see someone's son in an uncomfortable situation, you must speak up. Period. You have to. Only because that is the beginning. When it starts at home, it grows from there. If it is not caught early enough, it evolves from there. So a large percentage of those who end up in the arena of sex trafficking are those who are not taken care of at home. The abusive fathers, the abusive mothers. Some of these family members are the exact ones who sell their children into the underground world of sex trafficking. They have found so many fathers and so many mothers who are using their son or daughter as sex slaves domestically, meaning inside of the United States. You're talking about in California, a large percentage in California, another large percentage in Texas, in Florida, in certain southern countries, or southern states, pardon me. So you're talking about Mississippi and Georgia and Alabama, things of that nature, where the parents were literally using their children as prostitutes. Okay, I want us to understand, this is a very, very deep, but a lot of people, we want to talk about the white man, right? We want to talk about this system and the white man, this and all that. Okay, yeah, that's very valid, absolutely valid. However, we don't want to talk about what happens at home. And that's the issue. That is a big elephant in the room that people don't want to talk about. You know what the hell you see. You know who that is. You know what he is about. You know what she is about. You have to say something about it, and only because once it gets to a point where it is removed from the home, meaning the circumstance, now it's like, okay, so how can we just point over there when we contributed to it?